How do you go from making $70,000 a month to being massively in debt? How about the smell of cat piss everywhere? One of the dirtiest bars in bar rescue history. Let's talk about it. Season 3, Episode 2, Austin, Texas. Headhunters Bar. Oh my goodness. This bar is one of the filthiest, weirdest bars in bar rescue history. But if you're new here, welcome to my channel where we cover all the bars in bar rescue and do updates on them. Where are they at now? What happened to the owners? Subscribe to my channel and comment down below. Let me know what bars you want me to cover. I've done a few local stops. I'll link those up here. But without further ado, let's go. Steve Ricci was a former engineer when he bought and opened this bar. And this will go to show you that just because you're smart and you're an engineer, it doesn't translate to all industries. This bar started out making $70,000 a month. So you would say, Derek, you're wrong. However, if you have the smell of overly strong or any kind of cat piss smell in your bar as soon as you open up the door, that is a quick way to fail. Aside from the quirky name and weird things that this bar had, fetish and kind of lingerie shows were a part of this particular bar. Not only that, but this is one of the filthiest bars in bar rescue history. When the title of your episode has the term roaches in it, you know it's not good. Now, if you live in New York, I had been in New York for 3 years. I plan to go back soon. But if you live in New York, you would know some bodegas have resident cats per se. However, I've never seen a bar with a resident cat. This cat was all over this bar and pissed all over this bar. Now imagine you go in to do recon, and it's Jon Taffer's wife, by the way. You get poured a drink and scurries a roach across the counter, and then you get served a drink with a roach in it. This is what happened during the recon stage. Steve, the owner, then gets defensive and says he's not the only bar with roaches and bugs. Then Jon should pull up a tape with exterminators there and bugs all over the place. All kinds of bugs, including roaches. This is a nightmare. After all this, you're not gonna believe what Jon Taffer finds out next about the owner and how the employees are treated. But stay tuned because we're gonna get into the 2025 update and what's happened to the owner since. If we're keeping track, we have roaches and bugs scurrying across the bar. We have a resident cat that pees all over the place. Now Jon Taffer finds out that the employees are not paid. They are only paid their tips. After Jon Taffer rips Steve a new you-know-what, they finally figure out a wage system that works for the employees, but the employees are also offered to leave and go find work somewhere else, and they will be helped to do so. But shockingly, they all stay and help Steve through this. So after a bit of an attitude adjustment and a failed stress test, like always, has there ever been a positive stress test on Bar Rescue? There never has. But after training and all that, we know the story. They relaunched the bar. It was relaunched as Metal and Lace. The dancers and fetish situation no longer existed. They were covered up. They have live band performing. Now, what's happened with this bar since? This episode aired in 2013. Shortly, as surprise to nobody, after Jon left, Steve, the owner, reverted back to his own ways. He did promote a couple of staff members. Chloe and Jewel took over as managers. More on Chloe in a bit. It's actually quite sad. But took over as staff members. And the bar did well initially, but of course it backslid. A lot of negative reviews. As of 2014, they were having reviews at a 1.4. Now, much like the O-Face bar, which I covered, I'll link that up here. There was a bunch of fake reviews because this episode was so bad and so controversial, and the owner was not well liked. Of course, people that watch the show go on the page and leave fake reviews. The episode aired in 2013, and about a year later, Steve sold the building to another owner. So Metal and Lace or Headhunters did close its doors. Steve had planned to reopen Headhunters in as many as 9 different locations, but was not able to find a place that suited them. The bar did go by Headhunters pretty much well after Jon left. They never really adapted the new name, which I'm sure maybe contributed to some of the bad reviews. I'll show you some of the bad reviews here on screen. while we also talk about what's happened since 2014. As of 2022 and 2023, the building was still for sale. The owner had plans to turn it into office space. Now, as you can see here from the Google Maps search of 2025, there's no longer a for sale or available sign on it. It is now completely boarded up. So anybody looking for a bar storefront in Austin, Texas, this might be a good place, because if you take a look around here, there's some other stores and restaurants here. It seems like a pretty decent place. Any of my Austin, Texas subscribers or anybody watching this, comment down below if you know the area. Let us know how it is. Jon Taffer revisited some of his most toxic bar owners in season 4, and he reported on Steve from Headhunters, and a lot of the employees checked in. To the shock of nobody, Steve still did not pay his employees after Jon Taffer left. And on a very sad note, the final update of this episode, Chloe, who was featured heavily in the Headhunters Bar Rescue season 3 episode, sadly passed away in 2022. Thoughts and condolences to her family. But if you didn't know, Chloe was actually featured in a few movies and was a stunt woman. She actually did a movie with Drew Barrymore as well. So she had a very active, fun life, I'm sure. But again, thoughts and prayers to her and her family. If anybody at Austin, Texas has any updates of what's going on with this building as of April 2025, or what the plans are, go ahead and comment down below, let me know. But also for my audience, thank you so much for the support on the early videos. I do hear your feedback, I do see it, I appreciate it. But comment down below, let me know what bars you want me to cover. What's some of your favorite bar rescue episodes? Like and subscribe to my channel, helps keep me motivated and help me grow. Lets other people get exposed to this channel. Until then, see you on the next one.